was a weekend, baby. You're in the right place to get it started off, of course, right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show on S3. And my lovely this morning, yes, of course, we're having fun. We're going to have performances and everything else in between. But you know, in the month of July, we are celebrating the legacy of Tata Madiba. And in doing that, I think we have to remember the fact that we all loved how much he was all about empowerment and uplifting people. And this is why this morning we are thrilled to please welcome to the show. It is none other than Mbali Maduza, who is the CEO of We the People SA. And of course, that is the NPO that prides themselves in promoting knowledge and understanding of our incredible constitution. One of the best in the world. I like to say the best, thank you very much. And one of the most incredible things that We the People SA has done this year is have the hashtag Bill of Rights campaign, which is all about using AI to condense the Bill of Rights to allow our Gen Zs to possibly, resonate with it a little bit more because they've condensed it into 15 posts on X. Everybody, please let's welcome Mbali.
Yes.
Mbali, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm amazing, thank you. Mbali, speak to me. Bill of Rights campaign.
Yeah.
Why did you guys decide that, you wanted to do this? But also, why is it so significant in today's socio-political, economy and also just society?
Yeah. So in 2018, there was a survey that came out that said 51% of the population in South Africa didn't know what the Constitution says.
Oh, wow.
They've heard about it, but have no idea what it says. And, in a country where we are the most unequal in the world, and we've been for a long time, that shook us up a bit.
Yeah.
Because not only are we struggling with inequality, which means we have the richest of the richest and the poorest of the poorest, we also have these mega challenges of poverty and unemployment.
Yeah.
So understanding this context, we realized that, young people need to know their rights so that they can use them. And we thought translating the Bill of Rights into tweets could help us get there.
100%. I think it's so genius, if I'm being honest.
Super cool. Super cool.
Yes, CEO. But can you explain to us how the hashtag Bill of Tweets, makes it more accessible to the young people and allows them to feel like they're part of this constitution?
Right. So, when you think about it, the Gen Zs went around when the constitution came into place.
True.
Right? And they weren't part of apartheid. So they don't have this significant attachment to the Constitution as the older generation does. And when you think about it, there hasn't been a lot of constitutional education in our school. Maybe touches here and there, but nothing deep and meaningful. So we're dealing with a group of people who, don't really have accessibility to the Constitution. And when you think about the Constitution, you think of a legal document.
Yeah.
So what we wanted to do was to demystify it, make it relatable and conversational.
Yes.
I can give you some examples.
Please, I love that.
So Section 25 of the Constitution says nobody can be deprived arbitrarily of their property. So how do we, tweet that?
Yes.
So we say, your dladla, your kingdom. No one's left in the cold. Hashtag your right to property.
I love that. Oh my
I have some more.
No, please come back. Yes, I actually didn't know that you would be using, colloquial language that we use today.
Yeah. No, that's the idea. That's the idea.
It.
So then your right to freedom of expression. So speak your truth, spread your steez. But remember, it's rated E for everybody. No throwing shade. Hashtag freedom of expression. And then my favorite is the equality clause, Section 9. And that says everybody is equal before the law. But what does that really mean in our conversation?
Yeah.
It means all chommies in SA are equal.
This is so smart.
I know, right? No one's left in the cold. Hashtag same WhatsApp group.
I love that.
So that's how we thought to demystify the Bill of Rights. You get to engage with the rights in a way that you understand and that relates to you.
Yes. And do you know what, Mbali, with you saying that, the Gen Zs weren't around, I'm like one of those people who just missed the Gen Z mark, but I'm at the end of the millennials.
Oh, okay,
I also missed it. I was a 94 baby, born free, and
you missed it.
So genuinely, it is something that I think so many of us can relate to.
Excellent,
and this is why I want to ask you, why is it so important to allow young people to be part of democratic processes and nation building?
So it's a good question because in South Africa, people under the age of 35 are the majority, right? So in total, the population is 60 million.
Yes.
And people under the age of 35, there's 40 million of us.
Oh my goodness.
40 million of us. So we're not talking about future leaders. We're talking about present leaders like you and me, right?
Yes.
And at the very least, we should know the Constitution. Otherwise, we won't know our rights.
Yeah.
We won't be able to use the mechanisms that are in the Constitution to hold those in power accountable.
Yes.
And we won't be able to fight this challenge we have of poverty, inequality, and unemployment.
100%. Mbali, you guys are doing such incredible work.
Thank
It is
you.
so brilliant the way that I think you're just allowing Gen Zs to truly feel like they are a part of this country. Because sometimes it gets lost in translation, right? Because so many people were part of different fights and everything. Where for us, we're like fighting for the economy.
Yeah.
For them, they were fighting for freedom.
Yeah.
And thank you for being part of that. You are leadership. The leadership you're talking about, you are leadership.
So are you.
Thank you.
So are you.
CEO said I'm leadership. Thank you very much. But of course, Expresso family, in this constitution that we have as an Expresso family, you have the right to have a good time, which is why you are going to continue feeling good right here on S3. Do not go anywhere. So much more still to come all the way until 9 a.m. But for now, it is time for us to head over to those news headlines.